Hey, my name is Eric from Miller Music, and if you are new to home recording, looking for an audio interface, or if you are researching purchasing a new one, this video will be interesting to you. I want to show you a couple things to consider before purchasing your interface. I also want to do a little bit of a shootout between three different popular audio interfaces so you can hear the differences of what they sound like. Let's dive in. Hey, my name is Eric from Miller Music, and before we get started, I want to encourage you to download my free 5-step recording guide, which is in the link below. Basically, it will give you a simple home studio setup overview as well as a proven process to save you time when it comes to producing your own music. So you can get that in the link below. So the first question you need to ask yourself when it comes to recording is, what are you looking to do? So specifically, how many instruments are you going to be recording at the same time? And that will determine what kind of audio interface you need. So if it's just like, for example, you and a guitar, you probably only need one or two inputs, so you can just get a small interface. But if you need to record, which side is it on? Drums, no, that side. Drums, for example, you need to record at least 4 inputs, or probably more like 8 inputs, depending on how many microphones you have. So just knowing what you're looking to do will determine what kind of interface you need to get. Likewise, if you're in a band, you're recording several instruments, you're going to need more inputs at the same time. So it's better to get an audio interface that's going to really fit your purposes right off from the beginning. The second thing to think about is your budget. So how much are you looking to spend? Most audio interfaces that are entry level are around $150 to $200, something like this. This is the Apollo, or no, not the Apollo. This is the Scarlett Solo, not the Apollo. Very simple audio interface, and they actually sound really good. For the money. If you're looking to spend a little bit more money, you can go into the Apollo series, which I don't have, but those are like for 1 or 2 inputs, they start around $700 or $800. Apparently the preamps sound a lot better. There's a lot of presets that come with them, so that sounds like different recording studio setups that you can kind of load in as a preset. So you'll kind of need to figure out what you're looking to spend. Also, the more inputs you have on your interface, the higher it's going to be, right? So you're basically paying for more mic preamps. So an 8 input one is going to be a lot more expensive than a 1 or 2 input channel. Okay, so I have 3 different examples from 3 different interfaces here, just so you can hear a comparison between what they sound like. These are just voiceovers that I've used over the past couple years. I've had all 3. The first is the Scarlett Solo, made by Focusrite. That's at the top. The second one is the Claret 8 Pre, also made by Focusrite. And then the last is the Quantum 2626, which actually is what you're hearing me talk into right now. So I want to let you hear what they sound like. Just for a point of comparison, price-wise, the Solo is about $150. The Claret is $1,000. This has 8 preamps or 8 channels, and the Quantum is $700. This also has 8 channels. And you can see I recorded this one a little bit louder, the Scarlett Solo at the top, so I turned that down because I don't want you to think that just because it's louder, it's a better sound. So let's listen to that first. And also I should say that there's an air feature on the Focusrites. I have those turned on for both the Claret and the Solo. I think it sounds a little bit better with that feature turned on. It gives it supposed to like an air feature, which is basically like a high boost in my opinion. Okay, here's the Solo. Hey friend, the Fender Telecaster is one of the coolest guitars ever made, and in this video I want to break down why that is. Okay, let's listen to the Claret now. Tip number 1 is to study songwriting just as much as music production or producing music. Okay, and then finally the Quantum. Hey, if you are a guitar player, this video will be of interest to you. I want to talk about my new book, The Miller Music Guitar Method. Okay, so what did you think? What was your takeaway? Honestly, it was a little bit what I thought. They sound all pretty similar. They're all using this microphone, which is the Rode NT3 mic, condenser mic. I honestly thought that the Claret and the Quantum sounded a little bit better just because to my ear they were a little bit cleaner sounding than the Solo. But honestly, they didn't sound that much different. I almost like the Quantum the best, perhaps because it had that air feature on the other ones. So the Quantum sounded probably the cleanest to me. My whole point with this is, though, that probably that audio interfaces don't have that much difference in tone that you might think they would. Probably, and this is a topic for another day, would be to improve your recording techniques and actually maybe even upgrade all your cables in your in your studio before you go spending lots and lots of money on different audio interfaces. But that would be my takeaway. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So based on all of that, I would recommend, if you are just starting out, to get one of these Focusrite Scarlett Solos. They sound really good. They have the air feature built into them, so it gets a little bit of a crispier, cleaner sound. And if you are doing more of bands, I really like my brand new Quantum 2626. The reason I like that is it has 8 inputs, so I can record all the drums, but it also has really low latency. So it has the Thunderbolt interface, which basically makes it so there's 0 latency, or very close to 0. So I'd recommend that. That's about $700. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I do encourage you, if you are new to home recording, to download my free 5-step home recording guide, and I'll see you on the next video.